So if you're thinking about getting revenge on your husband or your wife or your significant other, you are not thinking long game. Okay. So she's asking you guys, and if you have a couple of seconds, want to hang out, 1-855-BERT show, because she wants to get revenge on her husband. But if she does that this weekend, I think it's this weekend, yeah, she's going to inflict a lot of pain on the family, and she's still thinking about doing it or not. So here's your scenario. And if you have one of these, just go ahead and hit us at thebertshow.com. My husband and I have 2 children, 7 and 2. This coming Saturday is the day. Oh, hold on a second. Let me do this for Mo.
Yeah.
My husband and I have 2 children.
Sexy it up.
Sorry, I can't even speak.
Like Rocky
I need to get my 15-year-old in here to play the part of a deep voice. My husband and I have 2 children, 7 and 2. This coming Saturday is the day we're going on a family get-together in another state. So some background, my husband and I haven't been on good terms. We keep fighting about anything. All right, sounds like a good time for revenge. We keep fighting about any and everything. Today was no different. He went to work all day, even though it's Saturday, and he wasn't supposed to. About 9 o'clock, our son wanted to play Nintendo, to which my husband says yes. About an hour later, they wanted to switch games and play something else, which I said no because bedtime was coming and I don't want to mess up their bed routine since I'm the one who has to get them up whenever for our youngest. My husband then got mad and said, "Why not? It's not like they have to go to school tomorrow." And I said, "Because I don't want to mess up their bed routine. They're sick, so they wake up in the middle of the night, and I'm the one that has to get up with them." So he headed to the bedroom where I thought, okay, it's done. I decided to play another round of Mario Kart with my son before turning off Nintendo, and right in the middle of the game, he snatched the TV remote away and put on Netflix. How dare you? I was angry, but in a calm voice, I asked why he did that. He said that we would go to bed, and I told him I was being disrespectful, or that was disrespectful, and that my 7-year-old even told him, "Dad, that was mean. Please change it back." But my husband ignored him. I decided I didn't want to continue bitching back and forth since the kids were there. Well, now I'm mad, and I want to get back at him about the family trip, saying we, the kids and me, are not going to the family reunion. Would that make me an a-hole? P.S. The family reunion is for his side of the family, and he's been looking forward to this for months and months and months. Come on, man. This is one of those emails where I'm only hoping that if you're listening and you hear it said by somebody else, you realize how foolish this is.
100%. Yes, this does make her the a-hole. I understand her frustration for sure. I get it. And I think there may be other ways to make him see the error of his ways, but this is not it. This is a family reunion. It's kind of beneficial to every party involved. So I just don't think this is the way to get him back. That's not the move.
Cassie loves petty. You on board?
Oh, man, if there weren't kids involved, I would be. It sends a bad example for the kids, and she is being an a-hole, but I also really do want her to be petty because he is being an a-hole, and they need a little come to Jesus talk to figure out their problems. And what I would do is I would say, I'm going to this reunion, but I don't feel like I should be here because I don't feel like we're family right now. Like, you and I are not vibing like family. We're not communicating like we should, and I'm only coming because of the kids. If we didn't have them, I wouldn't be there because I'm that mad at you. So I would make it clear.
So just based on this email alone, which is only 2 paragraphs, and this is coming from the dude on the show that has been divorced, if you guys don't reverse this right now, you guys are definitely heading for divorce. I mean, just based on this, there is so much anger and disrespect that's been built up between the both of you that he feels like he could just walk in there and do whatever he wants as far as the TV goes. And now you're talking about messing up the entire family. You guys are at a place right now that if you do not get help from a guy that's been through a divorce, this thing's going to end badly. And you got 2 kids.
There's something to the fact that when you get into a place like this, your first instinct is not to figure out a solution. Like, they should be communicating to figure out what they need to do to get better, even if it's have him get the kids ready in the morning. Maybe that'll teach him the lesson that needs to be taught. But for your first instinct to be revenge, yeah, that's a problem.
I understand her frustration. I mean, Tiffany kind of yells at me all the time about this because it's the end of the night. Tiffany, my fiance, has to get up with her 7-year-old in the morning. And here I come in there at like 8:30, fun stepdad time, and get her all wound up, right? And she's like, will you please get out of here? I'm like, well, we're just having fun. What? What? And she has to get up with Eliza, in a couple of hours so I can mess that whole thing up. So I understand why she's pissed. Hey, Josh, good morning.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
You tell us, my man.
Man, like I was saying, it's like I think that holding back from the family reunion is very petty. I think maybe if they go there, maybe they can put everything behind them, and they might be able to vibe there a little bit and get back on family terms. Because that's just what family does. But grabbing something out of somebody's hand, being two adults, that should never happen.
Right.
Facts.
You don't physically take something from somebody else. I mean, that's acting like a child in itself. But and they shouldn't be arguing in front of the children or even having conversations like that in front of the children. Do that behind closed doors. Keep that between yourselves and just work it out. They've obviously been together at least 7 years because they've got a 7-year-old. Even longer than that because they had to procreate, whatever. But just work it out. Make sure that be adults, talk this out. See what's making each other get to this. And I mean, a lot of times when you got a good thing going, a good marriage, man, the devil tries to get in and he tries to put a split between that, So they probably got a really good thing going. They're just at a bad spot right now.
Oh, you're good.
Figure it out.
You're real good. You're real good. Yeah, once I think you're at a place in your relationship where you're purposely inflicting pain on the person that you're supposed to love the most, it is definitely time for a U-turn.
Might be a little toxic.
Might be a little toxic.
Yep.
You're already there.
Yep.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get a lot more of The Bert Show for free on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.